Dwight York. So I just want to cap off some things that I don't think was really said, and if they were not. There was no emphasis on it, which is very important. Okay, so I'm not lying. Is Dwight York. So let's refer to him by his name, Dwight York, and not his nicknames. If we want to call him a nickname, it's going to be the one we call him, which is Doctrine York. Okay, that's his nickname. It's not Dr. York. He said, "Oh, Z York." Brother, I don't want to. Yeah. I'm saying hypothetically, we would be. No, I'm not even doing that. Yeah, I don't want to. I get what you're saying, but that's all hypothetical. As it stands in 2020, February the 20th, we are not extraterrestrials. Okay, so as it stands, we are the only life that we know of, and definitely the only intelligent life, or I should say the most intelligent life that we know of is us. There's nothing more intelligent. There's no other life more intelligent than us. Now, if we don't want to be intelligent, then that's another problem. Throw that link in there again. All right, so I will come back to young Pharaoh in a minute. And let me see. Okay, so let's cap this off real fast. So my man, this article is about Dwight York, the Nubian leader for the Trinidad and Tobago footballer. That's another guy, Dwight. Oh, this another guy named Dwight York. Trinidadian for the Wisconsin politician. See Dwight here. There's a whole bunch of Dwight Yorks. Dang. All right, so it says Dwight Doctrine. The D stands for doctrine. For Dwight Doctrine York, is an American criminal, musician. And if you read this too fast, it can say Dwight Doctrine York is an American criminal musician. If you ignore this comment right here, it can say is an American criminal musician. All right, so be careful. And writer, who is known as the founding leader of various religious political groups, including, most notably, the United Nations of Nubian Moors, a religious ministry Native American tribe that has existed in some form since the 1960s. He is a convicted child molester. So they got that right out the way, okay? He is a convicted child. So it didn't say charged. So look at the words carefully. It says he is a convicted child molester. So, because I know that there was some debate whether he was, what he was convicted of. So we're reading for ourselves on Wikipedia. He was convicted. So I guess they got to source up, right? So let me see. So that was not the source. This is the source right here. Okay, mix up at U.S. Bureau of Prisons over identity of Malachi York and son Dwight. So there's a mix up. We're going to explain this in quotations. We're going to explain that as well. But here goes your source. Yeah, they got it out of the way real quick. They didn't want any confusion as far as that. All right. Okay. He and his group were based in Brooklyn, New York. Around 1990, the community relocated to rural Putnam County, Georgia, where they built a large complex. York was convicted in 2004 of child molestation and violations of the Racketeer Influence and Corrupt Organizations Act. So it says both. It says child molestation and violations of the Racketeer Influence and Corrupt Organizations Act. He is serving a 135-year sentence. Okay. Now, some people say they gave him a year for every child he had. And I didn't know my man had over 100 children. Like, come on, man. Like we really got it. How is that not being talked about? I mean, if anybody got it, I mean, if anybody has 100 children, there's a problem. Just that alone. Forget about pedophilia. Forget about molestation. Forget about, you know, the racketeering or the cult stuff. If you got 100 children, we need to just go get away from you. Like, that's just crazy. 100 children. If he had 5 girls, that's 20 each. If he had 5 girlfriends, that's 20 each. Damn. So we know now, we know one woman didn't have 20 children. So, I mean, the least I could give him is 10. So 10 women had 10 children. And like, you know, that's rare nowadays. Come on, man. Like, that's some old 1950s type stuff, 30. So I highly doubt if 10 women had 10 children. So I'm thinking like maybe he had 20 girlfriends. They all had 5. And that's even a lot. I mean, that's just crazy. So let me just get this out the way.
He had women with probably over.
We're going to build on my man, and we're going to build on Young Pharaoh live stream, and then Pop Smoke, and all these crazy conspiracies.
You hear me, Unbiased?
It says, okay, so the foundation, we don't care about. Mixing.
Unbiased.
Okay, so let me just make sure I don't skip anything over something important. Okay, now I got to read this. It says, in Brooklyn, New York. In Brooklyn, New York. New York. Is that why he calls himself York? Because of New York? Brooklyn, New York? I wonder if he just took that. Okay, so again, he's not a doctor. He has no doctorate. He's not an MD, no PhD, nothing like that. If the word doc is in his name at all, it's because of his doctrine. So we call him Dwight Doctrine York or Doctrine York. He's not a doctor, but he does have a doctrine. So it said he was preaching. Doctrine York was preaching to the Ansar Allah, African Americans in Brooklyn, New York. During the period of the Black Power movement, he founded numerous orders under various names during the 1970s and 1980s. These were at first based on pseudo-Islamic things in Judaism. So, dang, my man was pseudo from the door. Nubian Islamic Hebrews. Later, he developed a theme derived from ancient Egypt. That's what I want you to see. He was a pseudo-Islamic teacher. Okay, so all right. Okay, so it says the community was intensively investigated after numerous reports that Europe had molested numerous children of his followers. So again, like, we're not going to revisit this. I just want to cap it off because I know there's a lot of information that I don't believe was highlighted. It might have been said real fast, so they didn't really catch our attention. Like I said, like I just found out recently that he had 100 children. So you see how fast people can talk, and it's not like if there's no emphasis or you don't hone in on it, it just goes away and almost appeared that it was never said before. I didn't even know he had 100 children. It's crazy. All this talking about him, I never knew that. So it says York was arrested in May 2002. In 2004, he was convicted on federal charges of transporting minors across state lines for the purposes of sexual molestation, as well as racketeering and financial reporting violation. Okay, now look at this right here. York's case was reported as the largest prosecution for child molestation ever directed at a single person in the history of the United States, both in terms of number of victims and number of incidents. That's crazy. They are saying when this happens, a case is large, when this happens, it's usually a ring. It's usually ringers, people, multiple people are involved. They say that, yeah, and we know that when they have rings like this with all those people involved, we call them all crazy and predators. But then he did it by himself. So he's the master of this. Master teacher. Nah, he ain't a master teacher. He's a master of this right here. So going further, I want to go right here. So it says arrest and conviction of child molestation. So keep saying child molestation. It's not saying something different. All right. So we're going to just keep that in our minds. He was convicted. He was arrested and convicted of child molestation. Beginning in Brooklyn, York had, and nobody's going to tell me different. Right. That's it. You know, challenge Wikipedia, you know, you could do that and provide them the facts, they can get rid of this. But as long as it's here, I'm gonna go with it. And if it's here, it's also in Britannica somewhere. So it says, York, Dr. York had established strict sexual practices within the community, reserving for himself sexual access to many women and girls, including wives and children of followers. Okay, so my man, Theodore Gabriel, goes into in depth. You can catch that by yourself. I'm good on that. It says anonymous letters were sent to the Putnam County officials alleging child molestation in the New Wabian community. So that, okay, so now, letters being sent to the FBI or first the Putnam County officials. So let's just slow this down. Letters being sent to the sheriff's office. That means that they were murmuring in the community prior to the FBI. Okay, so that means a lot of people was aware or at least heard of this going on. Okay, so let's keep that in our mind. So this is being talked about in the community, on the land, and everywhere else. The FBI, which has started investigating the group in 1993, assigned a major task force to it. In 2002, York was arrested and charged with more than 100 counts of sexually molesting dozens of children, some as young as, have you heard this before? Some as young as 4 years old. According to Bill Osinski, who wrote a 2007 book about York and the case. Catch that on your own. In early 2003, York's lawyer had him evaluated by a forensic psychologist who diagnosed a DSM-4, some type of mental disorder. You know, convenient. You know, every time a white person kills somebody, you know, mass murder and kill black folks, all of them are all of a sudden conveniently crazy. Okay, so now watch this right here. Please catch this. In 2003, York entered into a plea bargain that was later dismissed. We hear about the plea bargain being dismissed, but we don't know why. It was dismissed by the judge. So it's told in a way, I ain't gonna say it was that. It was told in a way for me to believe that the judge just threw it out because he wasn't doing dirty. Nah. It was thrown out by a judge because he was convicted by jury, he was convicted by jury on January 23rd, 2004. The judge rejected his plea to be returned for trial to his own tribe after York claimed status as an indigenous person. So York, Dr. York was the reason why his plea was thrown out. Okay, so it wasn't the judge thing. When he said he wanted to return for trial to his own tribe, okay, after York claimed status as an indigenous person, the judge honored that and said, okay, throw that plea out. We're gonna let your peers judge you or your tribe judge you. So right here, it goes into all that. He says, and all I'm asking is that this court recognize that I am an indigenous person. Your court does not have jurisdiction over me. So this is that sovereign citizen stuff. I should be transferred to the Moors Cherokee Council Court, in which I will get a trial by juries of my peers. I cannot get a fair trial, Your Honor, if I'm being tried by the settlers or the Confederates. I had to be tried by Native Americans as a Native American. That's my inalienable rights, and it's on record. So he came with that. He asserted to the court that he was a secure party. We heard that before, right? And answered questions in court with the response, I accept that for value. This may have been a heterodox legal strategy based on patriot mythology. So he came in with a pseudo defense. Okay, and look what happened. look what that got him. Early in 2004, York was convicted in federal court by a jury of multiple RICO, child molestation, and financial reporting charges. So let me highlight child molestation was in there with the RICO and financial reporting charges. He was sentenced to 135 years in prison. So guys, please don't go to court with that sovereignty citizen stuff. It's going to result in nothing favorable for you. Okay, so let me go further. Okay, now look at York's followers. York's followers assert a number of defenses, including that their leader, Malachi Z. York, who's really Dr. York, who was charged and convicted, is not the same person as the white Dr. York, who is listed in court documents as a defendant. So they went with that straw man stuff. That's all in caps. That ain't him. Okay, so one of York's sons, his name is Dwight. And sometimes the claim is made that it is York's son and not York who is or should be the real defendant. So they try to do a switcheroo. They try to take York out there and put his son there. So that's dangerous. So, I mean, if you have a son, you might not want to name him after you because dad's doing some slick stuff. I'm gonna name my son exactly my name, my middle name. So when I get locked up, I'm gonna say my son did. So it says another conspiracy is others say that Dr. York was set up by his son Jacob in coordination with an Al-Qaeda-linked American mosque, jealous of York's influence among Black Muslims. York believes that his betrayal, arrest, trial, and imprisonment, and eventual release were foretold in chapter 10 of Zechariah's Sitchins, The Wars of the Gods and the Men, with Dr. York being represented by Marduk in that story. So there you go. So he foretold all of this. You dig? That this is going to happen to him. It's funny how, that's it. That's it. That's all I wanted to, there we go. Here we go. So keep this in your mind because this is that Pharaoh post we're going to deal with. So that's it. I'm done. I just wanted to put that in your mind. So now, if this subject ever arises again, you know that he was definitely convicted of child molestation. You know when the judge threw out his pleas because he made that happen. He said, there's no jurisdiction over me. I got to be tried by my own peers and my own tribe. He did all that. So this was his doing. And he tried to blame his son. He tried to put his son in his place to get arrested and be charged with all this type of stuff. So the floor is open. Anybody want to build? And then, like I said, we ain't gonna stay here long. We're gonna just talk about it and move on to Young Pharaoh Live, which was not part of the plan. But we're gonna talk about that, then Pop Smoke.
Yo.
Oh, so y'all got to mute yourselves because I got people muted in as they join.
Unmute me, yo.
yeah, he tried that sovereignty, Centavo. So Cory, Chef, Street Knowledge, if y'all want to build on what was said, mute yourself, or we can just move on to the next.
He definitely tried it. I guess it worked for the standpoint of getting him another trial.
I can't hear you.
Can't hear me?
I can hear you now.
All right. I said, I guess it worked for the standpoint of getting him tried by his peers. It just didn't work in the standpoint of him winning the case.
Right.
I mean, so they gave him his natural right, but he might as well wouldn't even did that if he had already signed off on the plea deal. That's the part that don't make sense. That right. Part of it don't make sense to me. Right. Like you signed off on a plea, and then you asked for that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Unless part of the plea was him pleading, him admitting to guilt, and he didn't want to do that part of it. That whole scenario right there just don't make sense that you signed off on a plea deal, but then you want to be tried, because if you took a plea, you ain't going to trial anyway.
Right. Right. That's the whole point of a plea. Like a plea is to get it over with. You don't want certain information being out there, and you feel like you can't win, you know, for whatever reason, or like, you know, the prosecution evidence is too overwhelming, and you're like, all right, whatever, I'll do a plea and keep it moving.
Yeah, and if I'm not mistaken, that was a federal case, right?
Yep, federal.
Yeah, so they could have it could have been sealed and everything because contrary to popular belief, the feds are the only one that can seal an indictment and seal everything else for a certain amount of time. The state can't do that.
Oh, I
People lie and say they do, but the state can't do that. Only the feds can. So all that could have been, they could have hid all that. Like we wouldn't have been able to see any of that for a certain amount of years. Then it would have been released as public knowledge, but it would have been a sealed indictment. Everything he would have been charged with would have been sealed. We wouldn't have been able to read any of that.
I didn't know that. Wow. Do you know why they do it like that?
They started it to protect the snitches, to protect rats, for the mob to provide protection, because it ain't just me protecting you. I need to protect everything that happened during the course of the trial, because the one thing that's for certain, if me and you did a crime and I tell on you legally,
well, a lot of you guys have been requesting me to get it.
Legally, you have to know who I am.
Right. Okay.
It can't be a secret. So in your indictment papers, it's going to have my name, address, phone number, where I'm from, because your attorney has to be able to know who I am. Right. And if you don't have an attorney and you incarcerated, those indictment papers come straight to the prisoner. So the feds, to protect, the snitches, they conceal indictments. The state just don't have the manpower or the money to do that.
Okay.
The feds just do.
Yeah, okay. That makes absolute sense.
But he did all that to himself. I think he thought he was gonna get that his people was gonna look out for him or something, but I don't know. That whole thing just got me interested in looking more into that whole situation, actually, because I ain't know too much about the cat.
Yeah, me either. And okay, what about the 100 children?
I knew nothing about that, and I don't know if that's a little bit of exaggeration or if he actually has 100 children, or if they are calling, because like the what's the cat named Jim Jones, where they call even the kids of the followers, the cult leaders' kids.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? I don't know if it's that situation or he has 100 biological kids.
Yeah, I'm about to try to find out.
I think it was saying he had 100 biological kids.
Wow.
But he was getting it in. And yeah. I want to say this, right? Because he made history, right? Is on record as being the biggest child molester in American history.
That's crazy.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
So for any of his followers and people on the land said they didn't know nothing, like, he's the biggest child molester in American
That's a great
history.
point. Yeah.
Wow. And that, you know what? That makes a lot of sense about why a lot of the people that followed him, like Brother Polite and some of the others, don't speak on him.
Right. Yeah.
No, look.
Like, they won't say nothing either way, positive or negatively. They won't say anything.
Look, if somebody is the biggest something in American history, there's no way the people around him did not. It's impossible for you have not.
Hey man, that's a hell of an argument.
That's a good fucking point.
Word. Yeah, that's a great point.
That's crazy. Like, it's hard for me to believe anybody. You feel me? Like, I don't care how convincing you sound. You know what I mean?
Right.
I would have to take away, right? If you was to tell me, Unbiased, and my man Street Knowledge, right? That the biggest drug dealer in American history went to your church and you seen him 3 days a week and you ain't never get an inkling, ain't see no nothing.
Yeah.
It's impossible.
Yeah.
That would make me believe that you slow and I shouldn't listen to nothing you say. If you
That's a
miss
fact.
that, you feel me? If you niggas telling me y'all missed that, yo, like something should have been like, ain't something up with this dude. You feel me? Even if you ain't see him have sex with a child or anything, something should have clicked by watching this nigga actions, just his mannerisms, something.
But I think these people knew, because a lot of times these people use, like I remember watching the Jim Jones documentary, part of it, where one of the guys there, one of the husbands or the wives that he was talking about, when he would come and take his daughter, and how they would justify these things, and they use the doctrine of the religion to justify these things, and these people get caught up in that. So they can act like they didn't know nothing, but a lot of them knew about what was going on, because when we want to talk about things when it comes to religion, a lot of the times they rationalize a lot of stuff through that by actually telling the real ages of some of these people during biblical times. They use Mary for an example. Mary was only 12 or 13 when she had, they use these type of things to justify certain actions. I don't know if that's what happened in that situation, but I know a lot of them knew about this, and that's why nobody wants to talk about it. A lot of them knew about it. They were subscribed to it, participating in it for the most part, because they allowed it to happen. You know what I mean? That's not something you can do in secret all that time. You need people to help you along. You need people to be a part of it. Definitely. He might have went down by himself, but it was people involved in that.
Hell yeah.
Okay. Yeah, because it said that he is the only person in American history to ever be involved in something this large and be on a dolo, just him. It says it doesn't make sense. It said every time to get it to run so smoothly and so long, it takes many people to be involved.
Mm-hmm.
So now I'm going to share one more thing I forgot to share, because this is very important. So let me share one more thing. So it says, while this is Theodore Gabriel wrote about these practices, it says, while extolling the virtue and importance of family life and the conjugal relationship, he, Dr. York, denies such relationships to his followers except at strictly controlled intervals. This is about to get crazy. He urges his female followers to pattern themselves on the Islamic paradigms of the wife and the mother, apparently desiring the creation of stable family units. You heard that before. But in reality, the husbands and wives are segregated in dormitories, separated also from their children. York permits spouses to cohabit only once every 3 months. They are permitted to meet in the green room by prior appointment only. You gotta have an appointment to be with your family, bro. Once every 3 months. So look, you are permitted. That means you cannot be permitted. Yeah, that's crazy.
Wow.
Yo, listen.
And see, that segregation part is the key, and that's what all of them do. Jim Jones did that. All of them cult dudes do that. Keeping the family separate, keeping the men from the women and the women from the children. They do all that.
Yo, but it wasn't even no secret. That's the whole point.
That's
like,
yo,
like, it's already detailed. You got the females coming out, putting out books and shit after the fact, talking about, how they participated, but they ain't know what was going on, quote unquote. So, I mean, at the end of the day, like, of course he wasn't by himself. Like, he was the one that took the rap. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Shit crazy.
Yeah,
And so
that's sick, man. That's sick.
we got to ask ourselves, like, why would he take all the rap, right? And I can only suspect that had he snitched on somebody, more stuff would have came out. So
Yeah, and it's almost like it had to be somebody involved. That's somebody. In order for somebody to take a rap like that, it had to be a real reason why a bunch of people didn't come down. Somebody involved had to be connected to something that would lead to a bigger story than this.
I mean, yo, listen, yo. At the end of the day, this nigga, he's the face. You know what I mean? And he was definitely the ringleader. Like, it's no question behind that. Like, you know what I mean? He's the
Yeah,
ringleader.
that's a fact.
You know
That's
what
a
I mean?
fact.
So, who else would take the rap but him? Like, there's no other implications to nobody else besides him. So, I mean, at the end of the
That's
day,
true, but usually in most cases, you don't just see the boss go down, even if he just take the rap. Like John Gotti just didn't go down. A whole group of people went down with him. The Genovese family.
but listen, though, hear me out on this, though. Hear me out on this. How many black people you see that's in the same position as Dr. York, my nigga? Like, how many black people you know like that?
Nah, not many.
Not many in the cult world, but if we're talking about in crime period over the years,
Well,
you
nah,
can
I ain't
go
talking
down the
about that.
list.
I ain't talking about that. I ain't talking about that. I ain't talking about that. I ain't talking about crime. This nigga Dr. York wasn't in crime. So once the feds found out that he was actually in crime, that's what made it real. That's what made it more like, yo, we need to get up on this nigga. Cause you don't think that they was watching him, but they ain't had no reason to really fuck with him until he started involving himself with crime.
Yeah.
That's my point. You feel me?
That's true. That's a good point. That's a good point. I can agree with that.
Yeah, basically what I'm saying is like you don't see no black people in a positive quote unquote position like that, and they fuck up.
Right.
They fumble the ball. They waiting on a nigga to fumble the ball. Like I ain't out here trying to shape this shit like a real racist type perspective, but I'm just saying.
No,
like,
but it got some racial overtones to it.
Know
You're
that.
right.
You already
that's,
know, bro.
that's my I'm kind of saying that at the same time. You feel me? You gotta understand, like white people always waiting for us to have that hiccup moment.
Yeah.
So as long as we doing good, we good. But it's not, everything is not always good.
Yeah, I agree.
That's true.
Time, like as soon as they see that shit ain't good, boom. Just like Wujabu was saying, yo, these niggas was trying to start a bar in a club when we got permits to have a barn. Like, my nigga, that's not proper business, yo. Like, come on, fam. I don't care where you at. That's not gonna fly. You feel me? So that's what I'm saying. You got to look at certain shit like that. But
it definitely had a racial element because we don't have a fit of what he had, right? And we get harassed and we get denied certain loans and jobs, and we ain't no position of power at all, zero.
That's my
we get pulled over for doing seatbelt. So I agree. So if we get harassed on a minute level, I know when they seen Black Egypt over there, I know they was getting harassed. Right. They was waiting. So when those letters came, man, they was like, got him.
Yeah, I can definitely agree with that.
Yeah, so that's why it hurt so much, because that was representing, like, that was a win for us. It was representing power, because like Ujjawa said, out of nowhere, this dude just carved out 476 acres of land, said, it's mine. And I'm gonna do this with it. I ain't gonna build houses and a theme park like Michael Jackson. I'm gonna build Egypt over here. You dig? I'm gonna make this a tourist, a tourist spot where you guys are forced to respect us. We're gonna, control the narrative over here. 477 acres of land.
Hey, yo, listen, yo. Hey, yo, I'm gonna tell y'all some G shit. Like, back when I was like fucking 12, 11, you know what I mean? 11, 13, 14. Like, I was out listening to Dipset. I was out listening to all these different New York rappers that was doing nothing but talking about Malachi Z. York, bro. And I ain't know nothing about this nigga until like the past 5 years. But all I'm saying is like, yo, this information has been permeating through our so-called peers and shit.
Right.
So at the end of the day, yo, like this information is real. It's real embedded in us, in our psyche. You know what I mean? And I mean, like trying to disambiguate this information for the people is going to be tough. And for real, I ain't I don't even really care if you get it or not. I don't give a fuck at this point.
Yeah, me either.
I'm tired of arguing with niggas. You feel me?
Matter of fact, I don't argue with nobody. You dig? Because it's not that important to me. I really don't care. About the information like that. Like the doctrine. I don't really care. You could worship a frog, and that won't move me one way or another. So I'm not trying to convince anybody out of any religion. Do what you want to do. Like, I'm good though. I know I won't be seduced to a false religion again. But I do want to add this part. Okay, so although some things might seem clever and that he has done, I erase it all. I can't think the man is clever, because with all that he acquired and all the people he was able to influence, his business structure was basically a sole proprietary. All right, bruh. Anybody in business, anybody who has read or studied business will know that he is amongst the dumbest people to ever be in business.
That's a fact.
Okay, so that's why I can't respect him as being intelligent at all. Like, he might be, other things, but intelligent is not one of them. I know people advise him and said, dude, do you sure you don't want to S corp or put this in a trust? I'm sure people came to him and advised him, and this is gonna go down with me. I built it all. It's mine. I ain't sharing this. You ain't getting a percentage of nothing. So I'm sure he had that type of arrogance, and it went away with him. He got locked up and the land was seized because of that. So that was very selfish, and it was like one of the dumbest moves you can do in business. So I cringe over that. They took it all.
Yo, this nigga wasn't never trying to build nothing, yo. This nigga was always insane. Like, he was always a crazy guy. Like, I mean? Like, he was really after people trying to follow his own perspective. You know what I mean?
Right.
See, that's my point. Like
how do our people fall for this? Like,
yeah, wait, no, we're gonna deal with that last. The dumbest.
I mean, we could talk about all that in one, but I mean, it's my nigga. We could talk about this for the next, for the next few years. Like, but I mean, at the end of the day, it all boils down to the fact that people want to believe in something.
Right.
So, I mean, the fact that people want to believe in something, when somebody comes and they're bold enough to take their ideas that they believe inside their own house and take them outside into the world and try to act like their ideas are really influencing the world, my nigga, like that's the problem. You feel me? Like, your ideas are not influencing the world, my nigga. What you believe does not live outside your household. You feel me?
Mm-hmm.
At the end of the day, like, unless you contributing to science, you ain't doing shit.
So this is a perfect, unless King Sosa want to say something, we're going to segue to something else.
And I just wanted to know, like, did he pattern himself after Jim Jones? Like people that like you know what I'm saying? Like, do they study?
Black people ain't know about Jim Jones back then.
No, black people was involved in that too.
Yeah,
there's a lot of black people there.
Like, or is it just a coincidence that they separate the children from the family? Like, are they borrowing the blueprint from other people? You know what I'm saying? 'Cause it can't just be a coincidence for everybody doing it. You know what I'm saying? So I just wanted that. You know what I mean? Like just the balls to be like, nigga, I'm the Messiah. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, I'm gonna tell people I'm Jesus. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Once a person realize how gullible the average human being is, then he knows. And if you got malice behind that, you know, the sky is the limit. You know what I'm saying? Earlier today, Rob Bourne came on. He came on Dagger Squad, and he got to ranting off some shit that he was making up off the top of his head, like this the new Bible. You know, this is this and this and this and this. If y'all hear the way that he ranted that off, you know what I'm saying? Like everybody knew that it was fake. Everybody knew it was bullshitting, right? But you get somebody young and influential, you get a mother that's desperate for help and answers. You know what I'm saying? She going for that, bro. The average human being is very, very gullible. But go ahead, bro.
No, I was just about to say to your point, you feel me? Like, no lie. Had I would have just turned the video on while he was talking, he probably would have got me too. You feel me? Like I probably would have put up a couple dollars to his message, yo, because that shit was funny as hell. This nigga is he got it down pat. You feel me? Like,
man,
you see
how easy that is, though. I mean, that's easy. Now just think, you know, a teenage girl who don't got her father in her life, and her mama, you know, on drugs and sleeping with different dudes and this, that, and the other. And then you get somebody who's charismatic, who can use their words, who may be handsome, you know what I'm saying? Who I bet, I don't really know, I don't really know, but I bet he was tall. I bet Dr. York was tall. You know what I'm saying? Like,
hey, but look though, how does it lead? How do you
get whole families to come?
How does it lead? Yeah, how does it lead to pedophilia though? Like
whole families to come to this
I'm
shit.
talking about with all of them though.
Right,
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. All the cult leaders, yeah.
It always leads to
it always do the power. Them see.
I mean,
it's a mental
but
thing.
I'm saying though, kids though,
bro.
like little children, bro. Like,
hey, yo,
babies,
like,
man.
Like you asking real sane people to explain some shit that we're not gonna be able to do. Like, it's no way that we can sit up here and explain why that nigga did some shit like that. Or
like I said, I ain't really looking for explanation. I'm just pondering. Like, I'm just pointing out. Like, look at the goddamn the coincidence. I'm not coincidence.
Hey, they talk
like
about
everyone.
I mean, it probably
didn't have to get everybody. He didn't have to get everybody himself. Once he got a couple people, the other people did it for him. He got the other people got the other people for him. You see what I'm saying? Because it's Stockholm syndrome, bro.
Yeah.
But I'd be wondering though, like, were they already that way, and that really was a ploy just really to get the little kids?
No, that's a fact.
You know what I'm saying?
Yes, absolutely.
That's exactly what it sounds.
They had to already been like,
it had to already be there. It didn't start just because
because you
doing
just,
that shit.
You
was
just
already
go from that to just,
in the first place.
Yeah, it take a certain mindset to just touch a little.
And that's what
now you're a pervert with power.
Yeah,
that's my point that I'm saying. You feel me? I'm trying to touch on the fact that it's already there, and we can't explain why it's already there. You feel me? So why sit up here and try to explain it when we ain't got that? We ain't got those bones in our bodies. You feel me? We ain't about to sit up here and do no shit like that. You feel me? So how we gonna explain it? Like that's where I'm coming from with the shits.
It's like, why can't nobody do something like that? Like, could you imagine if somebody was able to do that on a level that didn't do nothing dumb behind it, but did something like that was healthy and educational for our people and actually built our people up and what that would mean? It never happens that way, though. It's always somebody that's on something that they shouldn't even be on, that their intention was never to help our people in the first place.
But is that human nature? Question mark.
But listen, though, I think the spiritual movement will overpower the RBG movement every time.
What is the spiritual movement, bro?
The nigga that think he a messiah, that builds a religious following, will do more damage or be more effective. I don't give a fuck whether it's positive or negative. Will be more effective than the RBG Marcus Garvey type.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, that's a fact.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Because their followers are gonna be more loyal.
But
to the
yo, it's easier for some reason. It's easier for niggas to believe unbelievable shit than it is for niggas to believe simple shit, bro.
There's something that you can show them right in their face.
That's
Like you can give them a map and show them like, this is how you do this. Look, I did this. This is how you do this.
But listen. Like, yo, if you hold us up, yo, we on computers. You know what I mean? We on cell phones right now. You know what I mean? Anything that got an integrated chip in it is using quantum physics. Most people who sit around talking about science ain't real and bullshitting is bullshitting on their phone and their computer. You using quantum physics. It's based off of theories and hypothetical motherfucking mathematical equations. And you sitting up here talking about this shit ain't real and it doesn't have a any real substantial, tangible type of gains to it. And it's like, bro, what the fuck are you talking about? Like, you're using this right now. Like, you know what I mean?
Word.
Like, come on, fam. Like, but
So like you were saying, you guys said the belief thing, you know, is more powerful and more influential over, you know, or any black Dr.
Pan-Africanism.
And yeah, Dr. Clark, anybody, political, economics, anybody making absolute sense. You know, the preacher will always be, you know, more influential over our people. So being that we know this and we claim there's an oppressor that's oppressing us, that's coming up with tactics and all type of stuff. If we know this and we are laymen, and they supposed to have the technology and they're the wise, that means we are finished. Like, because if that's true and we have this spooky oppressor that don't want to see us, you know, climb out of this condition, they're gonna always rule us with that. They're gonna always encourage this spooky one leader Jesus type person to spring up. They're gonna now it could be a rapper. Don't forget, it's not just religion. It's the one man, one woman savior, period. Because Obama was that one man at one point, right?
And now it's Jay-Z.
Yeah, but I'm thinking like this though. Somebody got to take one for the team. Like how we sitting here right now.
Yeah.
We say, listen, we gonna do it the right way. Unbiased, you gonna be the Messiah. We gonna dress you up. You know what I'm saying?
And get you to read all the
I was thinking the same thing.
Yeah, we gonna say you be levitating. You know what I'm saying? You from planet Risk. You know what I'm saying? But only the inner circle know the real deal.
Yeah, he said the inner circle. He said that.
I used to joke.
We moving the people in the right direction, though. You know what I'm saying? But under the guise of a spiritual. You know what I'm saying?
Like, listen. I used to joke with my guys all the time. Like I used to joke with my guys all the time. Like we be sitting in my house or whatever. Because every time anybody came to my house to do whatever, yeah, I mean, I'm always watching videos like this or whatever. I don't care what nobody had to say. I ain't give a fuck. You know what I mean? We sit there and argue something out, but next thing I know, 10, 30 minutes later, you listening to this shit. And then I would be like, yo, you know what, yo? I should start my own congregation. You know what I mean? We could all be Christian. I don't care. We know what's going on behind the scenes.
Yeah.
But at the same time, yeah, I mean, if I throw in a little white collar or a little small hat or something, y'all would be, you know what I mean? We can get money.
Oh yeah.
Get government, you know what I mean, tax-free money right quick. Like, what's going on? Like, it ain't nothing. But I see niggas doing it all the time. Like I was in the solar field at one point in time, and one of the guys we was working with to try to allocate funds in the city, you know what I mean, he was a pastor, 28 years old, just a few years older than me at the time, you feel me? And this guy out here trying to get every bitch that walked by him, and he just like us for real, like, and I'm like, bro, like, like you out here faking the funk. You know what I mean? You just trying, you know, get the next dollar. Like, you know, you ain't living by the book. You just the next nigga just like me. You know what I mean?
But guess what? The person that we're looking at right now on the screen, he's trying to be that vessel that you're talking about. Okay, so my man in 5 hours got 16,000 views, 16,500 views by telling us that we are extraterrestrial, and he has proof. And the proof
This
was
nigga right here is the biggest clown in the world, bro. He is the biggest clown in the. I can't even stand this nigga voice, bro.
yeah, but we want to believe something though. We want, and he gave us a new belief. We are extraterrestrials. We're not even human beings. We're not indigenous to anywhere. So the Moors are completely wrong because we're not the Abo movement is completely wrong. Anybody else claiming RBG because we're not indigenous to anywhere in this world because we are not from this world. We are extraterrestrial. And he has proof because 2 white folks said it, but white folks in his mind are the devil and they can't be trusted. But at the same time, they said something that he agrees with, so it's true now. So now he's telling everybody that we are extraterrestrials, and the proof is 2 white folks said it.
I mean, it might be.
White
I ain't got
folks,
nothing to say
that's
about
a
this
lot.
nigga.
You get 2 white people, game over.
2 white folks.
You ain't just get one, you got 2 of them to co-sign it. So
That's tongue. That's
you know
tongue.
that's out of
Every
here
day.
like a rocket. That's
He tongue out right there.
Yo, my man got all the sources. Like, yo, you got 2. Yeah, that's it, bro. The dude had 2,300 live viewers listening in. Where did they come from? Like Sanetta be barely getting 1,100.
yeah.
This guy got, and look,
Who says I never be barely getting in?
this guy got 2,300. Yo, but look, we are in a terrible condition because
I bet you if you look at them, a large percentage of them are probably women.
Oh yeah. That's interesting. To look at the chat. That's right here, the chat.
Hey yo, I was just telling my girl that shit like last week, yo, cause you know, like when you hit the home page and shit on your YouTube and it bring up like some suggested videos and shit like that, you know what I mean? And they had Young Pharaoh pop up, and I'm like, oh shit, I ain't seen no videos from this nigga. You know what I mean? Let me see. And I see he had the little Rolex or something on in the picture.
Oh, you did? Oh, damn.
I'm like, yo, man, this nigga came up off these videos, son. Like, he really came up because back in the day, he ain't had no jewelry on. Now he got
nope.
And you feel me? He got his little gold on. I'm like, yeah, he came up. But I'm like, yo, this nigga scamming, but.
But yo, read this comment right here. Y'all can see that?
What comment? Oh, yeah.
When I highlight it.
Hillary is a hybrid reptilian.
But now, wait. Now read this one right here. Look at a whole different guy. What does that say?
She be shapeshifting.
It says she be shapeshifting.
That's that white people shit, yo. That's that white people doctrine.
Yeah, he got a bunch of, he got some bots in his chat too, though.
Okay.
That's what I was just looking through the chat. It's a bunch of bots in there. Like people be paying for certain shit.
I'm about to say, there's no way. It's, bro, I'm glad you said that because if 23 black folks came to hear this, I'm good with teaching, with trying to, do anything with black folks. I'm good because Garfield got barely 300. Got barely 100. Where are they all going? 2,300 comes over here, and whoever watches him don't watch anybody else that's in a community teaching.
I mean, yo, Sinetta made the blueprint, yo. What you want him to do? Sinetta made the blueprint. I mean, all he did was watch Sinetta, and he see niggas sending $10, $20, $30 in the comments. You feel me? And everybody want to be like that. I mean, ain't nothing wrong.
And he had like a little following too when he came to Sinetta now.
Yeah, that's what I'm
saying.
He
had like a little.
But he broke away from that real quick to go out on his own and start his own.
Once you get the blueprint, what you want to do?
Well, it ain't even a blueprint. What they do is they use and everybody tries the formula for the most part. You use a platform to get the word out of your platform.
Right. Yeah, true.
You know what I mean? A lot of people do that. Like people go on Queen's Flip show. And they paying to go on there.
Right.
They're not going on there for free. They paying Queen's Flip to go on that show. If they sit in that seat,
who
they
is
paying.
it? Who is it you're talking about?
Queen's Flip. He was in the battle rap community for a long time now. He do a lot of interviews with former drug dealers or people in the conscious.
Oh yeah, I heard about it.
Yo,
Yeah,
Street,
I mean,
what was he doing in the battle rap community, bro?
well, he pretty much used, and he says this. He pretty much used the battle rap community to kickstart his YouTube career.
But he was
He
like,
didn't know anything about battle rap. He was just cool with Smack, and he asked Smack, could he use the URL logo, the name, and that's why he still say it till this day, because he know they did him a solid for real. You know what I mean? And because he knew a bunch of battle rappers, he would interview them. Didn't know anything about battle rap. It elevated his page to start with, you know what I mean? And then he just went from there.
That's smart. That's another thing. That's another thing that people gotta realize, yo. And that's what I be trying to put people onto. Is like, yo, people realize that there's a market out here for certain things, for certain eye popping and eye catching things. Like even when it comes down to these articles that we read every day, you know what I mean? A lot of articles are clickbait. You know what I mean? And we gotta understand that it's clickbait from how the title is worded. You know what I mean? And once you actually read it, it'll disambiguate the title. But at the same time, the title is meant to get you to click that link. But a lot of people don't click that link. They just read the title and then they run off with the title. And now we lost.
You can look right at the comments and see nobody read it. I'm always one of them people that actually read it.
This is a fact.
Now look, I had used that blueprint by mistake and didn't know. So right now I'm sharing the screen from my other channel. Now, of course, it wasn't always called this. It was called True Black History. But look at the subscribers, 11,000. Right now, I never knew I had that.
Bro, you got
Can I make it bigger?
The camera on Chefren.
Can you see it now?
No, I can't. Hold on. I could probably see it on Zoom. I can't see it on the YouTube.
Yeah, because it's a delay. It's a delay.
All right, my bad. Good.
All right. So can you guys see it on YouTube now?
Yeah, Unbiased Skeptic.
Right. So again, like I said, now this is never the name. I try to take advantage of it later, but it's a little too late. So the actual name was called True Black History. All I did, you'll see all these are modern videos. All I did was upload content that I thought was contributing to Black history. So now I was able to get 11,000 followers. I never known that. Because when I started this channel, I had about a few followers, like probably what I got right now. And I abandoned the channel and did other things. You dig? But look, so now I'm gonna go down. Now look, now you see my videos, 300, 168. Now look how the views start to change, right? 256 for Phil Donahue, 1.8, 31,000, 5.2. Then watch this, 70, 80,000, 482 views. I'm gonna go down, 20,576 all the way to 11. Now look at 2.5 million views. Now, I've never known. Now look, I never known that I had that many views. Now I wish I was aware of this, because I would have did what my man did. You're talking about Queen Flip. I would have used these views to start doing my own thing, but I came back to this channel like, oh my God, but it was way too late. It was low. So I can't even use the channel for anything. I tried, but it's over.
You got one that got 2.5 million. That's crazy.
So I had like a little fake. I had my man Queen Flip scheme. I videos I do that folks like.
I don't know if y'all heard me, but shit, I was talking. But yeah. But like I was saying, like that whole thing that you just detailed right there, like that comes in a part of understanding like the tech industry. Like when you understand the tech industry, certain things have algorithms. Like you're average person, nobody's searching unbiased sports, you feel me? But people will search motherfucking Dr. Ben, people will search all these other people. And if you're constantly loading videos within a certain time period, these algorithms will pick up on your things more. And of course, they'll show these videos more, and they'll get more publicity, et cetera, et cetera. But yeah. I mean, we know
that's why videos where people in certain settings let's say the what they call it, the beef sector, are making videos about another YouTuber. They do so well, but those same YouTubers do a video on, say, a sporting event. No matter what they put in their title, they might only get a third of what that beef video got, because
Yeah.
people looking for that particular drama that's going on.
But then you got people like Joe Rogan, right? So I watch Joe Rogan all the time. But Joe Rogan, he'll have 1 million views in 12 hours. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's because the live views count. When he go live, so he might be 20,000, 50,000.
Yeah.
Nah. He don't even go live no more. He said he don't go live no more because of what I'm about to detail, right? So basically what happened is, and I've seen this shit myself, is that other people will make channels that are spin-offs from his channels, very similar names and all that type of stuff, very similar lettering and everything. And they'll take
Hey Zen, you cut out. Dang.
When you do that, that person gets credit for those views, though.
Yeah, but he still goes live though. I saw
and that's probably why his number's so high, because they get the credit for those views. You'll get a small percentage.
This my whole point. Let me finish that point. My whole point in saying that is that is not a YouTube channel created by him. That channel is created by somebody else who's trying to benefit off of his podcast, and they created a channel to make you think that it was his channel.
Yeah.
So people are clicking on it thinking that Joe Rogan is chopping up clips of his channel, but it's not. And he had to stop going live because they was chopping up clips early. You see what I'm saying?
I'm surprised he ain't done. I'm surprised he ain't put one of them agencies on them, because if you for somebody that does battle rap, you can't use a clip from a URL battle, period, without their permission.
It's hard to get a smack.
You can't even use a small portion of it. You can't even do it with no sound. You can't even have the likeness in there.
Hey,
that joint is not going up.
Look, when Smack do a show, man, it'd be boy, you can't get a snippet.
Yeah.
It might be months before you finally catch. You know what I'm saying? Like real.
No, but that's the point. That's the point. The thing is when they hold a Smack URL event, these events is hosted in a controlled area. So the only cameras that's out is Smack URL cameras. Yeah. So when
but you can. They got sites like I get. To be honest, if I don't have the bread, I don't pay for an event. They have places where you can go and watch the event in real time.
Listen.
Same time. You don't have to do that no more, because now all the events going to be free on a new streaming service, Caffeine. So that's going to be null and void. And I think that's one of the reasons why they did that, to get rid of that totally.
Listen. My whole point was not to compare this to us.
Going in and out. So look, I saw them.
He'd be like, "Yo, just cut me this little whoopie whoop, and we can get
going in and out, family. Like he's just popping back in and out. Like unless it's just
we missed probably about a minute of what you said.
Yeah, like I'm just like he's coming out erratic.
Oh, my bad. I'm gonna just shut up. Let me.
Like you coming in and then going out for like 30 seconds, and you pop back in. Like I don't know what you just said.
Yeah,
I watch. But I watched him do the listen, the biggest Joe Rock podcast I've seen, and this is probably like last year. Alex Jones. Man, it was like 60,000, 70,000 people live when he did Alex Jones on there. You know what I'm saying? Conspiracy theories, he was just rambling on shit. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, do you know Farrakhan went on Alex Jones?
Oh my God.
Nah.
You ain't know that? Oh, hold on.
I just watched that
Nah,
video the other day.
I ain't
Just
know
watched
that.
it.
I gotta check that out.
Man, what was Farrakhan be doing on Alex Jones show?
Swear
Come on.
Trying to do it. He trying to do what all y'all just said. He trying to get those views, man.
Mm-hmm.
With conspiracy theorists?
Well, he a conspiracy theorist too.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah, I guess. But the shit, they got damn.
Who a conspiracy theorist?
Farrakhan.
Alex Jones was a problem. They banned that dude from YouTube. Like, yo, you got to go.
Nah.
That one, but they banned that nigga from YouTube. He was so dangerous. Like, yo, he was becoming dangerous, yo. You know what I'm saying? Like, them kids getting killed.
Alex
like
Jones? Alex Jones, man, he's bro, like I'm talking about on the top conspiracy theorists in the world, bro.
Oh my God, the Bilderbergers, all of them.
He that guy, bro, like I'm talking about 10, 15 years ago, I knew about Alex Jones.
Yo, you did ass. There go right
Hey,
there. That's
they
crazy.
him off the internet because he's such a big conspiracy theorist. You know, like
because he was talking about them kids, man. Them kids get murdered, and he be having folks call. He had folks calling these people after they done had these big school shootings and shit, talking about they faking and shit. Like, why are you lying? You know what I'm saying?
That's crazy.
Yeah, his fans was torturing them other people, bro. So they had to say, like, yo, we got to cut you out, bro.
He got kicked off of social media because of that Sandy Hook.
Sandy Hook.
Whatever, yeah.
And the crazy part is, the leader of the free world is one of his biggest followers.
Who is that?
Donald J. Trump.
Oh man,
he a big time conspiracy theorist.
When you hear Alex Jones talk, man, you can see like he's so scatterbrained, bro. Like he can damn near stay on topic.
Alex Jones is literally insane, my nigga.
Yeah, I mean, I was saying, like, you can
see that nigga. You can see that shit on that nigga's face.
I'm saying, if you watch that Joe Rogan interview, bro.
Yeah, I seen that shit.
Like he can go on for hours, bro. Hours.
Go on for hours, my nigga. He went on.
What was that? Yeah, I
used to work with a cat like that, man. It's some people like that for real. I used to work with a cat like that. And I always listen because I always look at people like that. Like you, like one of them dudes that have a bad day and come in and want to take everybody's head off. So we cool.
You know, it's like a form of like a OCD. You know, people with OCD, right? They'll have like sporadic thoughts constantly invading their mind continuously. You know what I'm saying? So they can just keep rambling along because there's so much shit coming in their brain, just intrusive thoughts. Boom, boom, boom. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Because you know what I'm saying? Switch topics. You know what I'm saying? Like you have to walk away from them.
Yeah, I ain't never got a complete thought.
Yeah. And they don't care if you talk back or not. You can just sit there like, You know what I'm saying?
They don't care whether you engage, they gonna keep going.
You can sit back and listen to that guy the whole time and you can tell that he's a nutcase, yo.
He definitely are. He definitely need to be on some meds.
And look, Joe, and see that's why I fuck with Joe, because Joe is he's that person that's so cool, but at the same time he's you know what I mean? He's very critical. He like, yo, are you sure you thinking correctly with this? Like, you know what I mean? Like, you know what I mean? He always try to bring it back to some type of scientific foundation.
Yeah, I mean, look, Joe Rogan was probably like he's one of the best, bro. At what he do.
Nah, that's a fact.
Like, the nigga versatile.
Y'all ever listen to Dave Smalley? Y'all ever heard of Dave Smalley before?
Nah.
He one of them dudes like Joe Rogan. He real calm with it. Like he'll sit there and listen to your whole conspiracy theory, and you know he'll kindly and politely be like, "Bro, you sure about that? Because look, this right here." He'll pull the information out, like he'll pull the source out on him, and be like, "Well, what do you think about this?" You know what I'm saying?
I gotta check that out.
Yeah, I'm gonna check him out.
Yeah, Dave Smalley. Dave Smalley.
Yeah. Joe got a guy on the scene. Hey, pull it up real quick.
Yeah, Joe would do that shit. Joe would do that shit. Hey, especially when he had that debate with the vegan and
Oh yeah, I seen that with the vegan for the Netflix guy. They had the video about meat. Yeah, I seen it.
Yeah, because you saw how he had them separate. He had them both do their own show, and they all, laid out their premise, and then they came to a show where they debated each other on that same show. You know what I mean? So on every show, he was going and bringing up sources that these guys was talking about. He was going back and forth through these sources, even on that show. And I was like, yo, that's very good because they came to the same point. You know what I mean? And basically, as far as we know, 2019 vegans can be as healthy as meat eaters. You know what I mean? But
yeah, both of them had some good points. Like I thought, it was a real good show. Both of them made good points.
Facts.
And then then both of them was off on certain shit.
No, they absolutely was. They absolutely was.
And they got caught out there. Yeah.
But that was the point. They kind of came to the same middle ground. Like, yo, we just debating at this point. Like, we baiting personal preferences at this point. Like, you want to eat plant-based shit, go ahead and eat plant-based shit. I want to eat this shit, I can go ahead and eat this shit. As long as I do this, and as long as you do that, we good, and you good, and we good. That was basic bullshit at the end of the day, but
it's basically like, cause basically you need a little bit of meat, you need a little bit of plant, bro. Like,
exactly.
I mean, you can't go all the way plant. You can't go all the way plant, but you gotta really know what you do.
Right. I mean, but look, if you do happen to go all the way plant, you need to be able to portion your diet out in the right ways to where as though it will equal out to as if you ate something that was meat. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, you gotta be
like I don't get how people don't understand that. Like the how you get how human beings develop their cerebral cortex, the front part of your brain,
exactly.
the part that makes you able to set goals and make plans. That's from eating cooked meat. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Without cooked meat, you wouldn't even have that part of your brain. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
It's crazy.
That's my point.
Everybody don't believe that though.
but yo, this is the point. In the 21st century, you don't need to believe that because we now have the luxuries because of technology and the fact that we can ship shit from this part of the world to that part of the world, that now we can combine the right food chemicals to be able to equal out as if we ate meat. But best believe, as hunter and gatherers throughout the savannah and all that other shit, we did not have that, my nigga, and we needed meat. You feel me? And that's how our cerebral cortex developed. You feel what I'm saying? That's what Cory was just talking about.
Yeah, we not herbivores or carnivores. We omnivores. You know what I'm saying? We opportunists. So whatever we can get that's gonna be good for us, that's gonna satisfy the calories that we need, and
we can eat whatever. That's why we're on every part of the earth, my nigga, because we can eat whatever.
Right. So that suspends that whole pork thing. Although I don't eat pork because I'm still spooky, but when you look at when you look at it correctly, like you guys are saying. Like that's just another food source. You dig? That's all it is.
The opportunity.
That's a fact.
Hey, we should do a show on the myth.
I don't want to
do a show on the myth of the pork, man.
Oh my God,
so we can see the.
I don't eat pork either, though.
We need to do a video, bro. A lot of people still do.
Y'all better be careful. They're gonna start saying y'all the Illuminati.
A lot of people don't eat pork though because of the Muslim doctrine. You know what I'm saying? Everybody eating that swine. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But nobody ever talks about really, is this pseudo or is it not? Right, do a whole show, you know what I'm saying, on a health person.
The reason why I stopped eating pork and beef, I was 16 years old, and the only reason I stopped eating that shit is because I was constipated and I couldn't take regular shits. That was it.
Yeah, it's funny because I stopped when I was 16 too, but it wasn't because of that. It's because my boy didn't eat it, and I just found that thing interesting. So I just copied off him. But as I got older, I found out he was a 5%er. But I always stopped.
That's funny.
Eating that swine.
Nah, yo, I just was constipated, my nigga. That's why.
But you know,
I had to slow down on it years ago too.
You got to consider too the number one killer in the black community is our diet.
Right.
Heart disease and diabetes is killing us.
So now I don't look at no. I don't look at pork for that. I used to, but again, when I relook at it, chips, cookies, cake, fast food. I look at that because you know why? I seen obese Indian vegetarians.
Everything.
Like Dave Chappelle, the number one killer of the black community, nigga, is salt.
Yeah, that's the issue.
But no, listen, yo. Everything within moderation, my G.
There you go.
Everything within moderation. We are not organisms who are surviving to eat the most shit we can eat at all times. That is not how we were developed to sustain ourselves.
But I'm gonna do better than moderation. I'm gonna go with our commercials when we were in, like, I would say, like in the 80s and 90s, a balanced diet. You need your fruits. You need your veg. That's why they put burger on the burger. They don't just give you a burger like a
Is that not moderation?
Cheese. They give you tomatoes, right? Lettuce, onions. That was because of a balanced diet. And your cereal. Remember Cheerios, the commercial? They had bananas and strawberry products. That was the balanced diet. So like that stayed in my memory. As I got older, I said, "Oh, that's what it's about. It's about balancing your diet."
Yeah, like I don't use a microwave. That might sound strange to people, but I don't use one. I haven't used one in 10 years. I don't use a microwave.
Listen, we are twins. I haven't used one in 10 years.
I gotta have a microwave.
And guess what? Guess what? If I ever
nothing wrong with the microwave, bro.
Wait, hold on.
Okay.
I can get you a scientific source now.
See, now we get the pseudos with the microwave.
No.
Hey, Unbiased.
We
need to do a show on pork and microwaves, bro.
Hey, nah, he gonna use the microwave there. I'm saying right now.
Here we go.
What?
If you ain't using the microwave, you can't have kids.
Facts.
I'm good on the microwave,
father,
B.
I'm gonna use that microwave.
I'm using that microwave consistently.
I got 3 kids.
Hey, I ain't
They grew
front.
up like that.
The best way that they tell you to cook broccoli is in the microwave, bro.
Yeah, vegetables. Yeah, vegetables in the microwave. That's how you keep all the nutrients, bro.
That's cool. I don't use one. Even on the road at work, I take a George Foreman grill, and that's how I cook. I don't use the microwave, man.
I ain't doing that.
I'm with you, bro. I'm with you, cause listen, I don't put my meat in the microwave. You feel me? I put my meat in the oven just because it get more crispy or whatever. But I ain't against the shit at the same time. I ain't sitting there thinking like, yo, this shit is wrong. This shit is about to hurt.
Nah, I ain't against it. Like my ex-wife, like I ain't mind her using the microwave. My kids and her and my kids. It's just something I decided not to do.
I won't even order from a store that got a microwave in there. I'm good with you.
I'm good with that shit.
The niggas in the back like ping.
I don't want that. I don't want that.
I'd rather put it in the oven, especially if it's meat. If I gotta warm up some meat, I would rather put it in the oven. You know what I'm saying?
Word, hell yeah.
That microwave, you leave it in there like a half a second too long, boy. You got rubber coming about it.
Yeah.
You chewing on a tire, boy.
That's a fact.
Yeah. I want y'all to source up on that microwave thing, though.
Yeah.
You don't have to source up. Just give me a second.
I want to hear this.
Friction. It's just friction.
Hey, yo, what's this pseudo source you pull up?
Nah, it's just friction. I've seen. I was looking at one time with
microwave be nuking the hell out. That thing be cooking that thing 50 times over.
Yeah, it's cooking. It's friction with the water that's in it. That's why you put something in it that don't got no water, that motherfucker will burn.
Yeah, but that's not even like, okay, I do fire because fire, that's natural. You know, you burn your stuff with fire. Like, there's nothing in this world that could cook it like a microwave. So are you trying to tell me that mankind was just done without the microwave?
Well, if niggas knew how a microwave actually cooked food, we would be able to save our food when we put it in the microwave.
Nah, I'm good.
You ever seen that? You ain't never seen that? Oh, you gotta watch your road. You gotta see Neil deGrasse Tyson break down the microwave. He was running down the whole line of how they figured it out, like because it was an accident that they found about the microwave. They was doing something else.
Serendipity. Yeah, I got a microwave right now in my apartment. I've been here for 2 years. That thing been unplugged for 2 years.
Trying to worry about radiation and shit. He get the radiation.
I'm gonna keep it a buck, yo. I'm gonna keep it a buck. I can live without a microwave. I ain't going front, but I ain't gonna sit.
Nah, I can't live without a microwave. I go to my homeboy house right now. He ain't got no microwave. I be hot.
I don't need one. I ain't got one here.
Plus, I'm a construction worker, so I live by the microwave, bro.
That's how you gotta heat up your food on break.
Every time I go to his house, I gotta wait for him to put something in the pot and slow cook them. Man, look, I'm out, bro. You grab something, eat on the way, bro. You know the time for this, man.
Body's got some of that Dr. Savvy still left up in him, yo.
Yeah, possibly, but that microwave, that's something I'm not letting go.
Oh, Dr. Savvy was against the microwave?
He was, yo. They was against all that shit. Anything was against, yo.
I wasn't really a big fan. So I don't know. I know a little bit about it. I didn't really get into him like that.
Yeah, I'm telling you, I don't know if it's information. Yeah.
I'm biased.
Them niggas
a microwave is only to heat up your food.
Yeah, but it cooks it so hot that no fire.
It doesn't cook. It doesn't cook though. It's only there to heat up.
Okay, well
that's why you have microwave dinners, especially for microwaves.
Yeah, but the heat that's not part of nature. Like it's nothing.
Not natural heat.
Yeah, it's supernatural. It's supernatural.
But hold on, but why would you say that it's only to heat up? Well, isn't that what fire is supposed to do? It's only to heat up.
Fire cooks. They use fire to cook it.
Yeah, but fire heats things up.
Right.
Yeah, they do.
I think he's wording it wrong. I know what he's trying to say though.
I know what he's trying to say.
When you're cooking something, it's a longer process. Whereas with a microwave, it's there just to heat things up quickly. That's all it's meant for. You're not meant to cook.
Yeah, you ain't trying to.
Well, a lot of things you can't cook in the microwave.
Yeah, but I mean that's not ideal.
Who eats a microwave dinner though? Like who eats that?
I eat microwave dinner, bro.
Microwave dinner.
Oh my God.
I'm good on that, B.
Don't hate on the microwave dinner.
I'm good, B.
Yo,
yeah, I'm good.
Like, I might not
man.
eat as much now, but come on, bro. Like nigga, so now we niggas don't eat microwave dinners no more. Come on,
I haven't in 10 years. I'm good on that.
Michelini's, niggas ain't even pockets tight with them little dollar Michelini's and shit.
Nah, I'm good, man. I'm good. Y'all can have
I
that.
swear, these bougie niggas, man.
Let me ask you a question. Guys. Yeah, how come when you make like tea in a microwave in comparison to boiling it, why does the boiling water last 1,000 times longer than the microwave heat?
I don't need my shit to last that long. If I'm only cooking a bag of tea.
You still got the heat for the pot. You still got the pot is hot.
And
the microwave is not gonna heat. The microwave is not gonna heat up the. The microwave heats the water. It ain't really heating the.
And you got the coils that's still hot. That's keeping it.
That thing is funny as hell.
But if you have boiling water, the boiling water is going to heat the cup because the heat is going to it's going to permeate through the cup. It's not like you just heating up food and the water is contained within the meat.
Yeah, but why do you need all that shit hot if you just put it in the microwave? Your cup gets hot, it heats the water, you're done. Now you got a fucking the damn pot that's hot as fuck. Your coils is hot as fuck. I don't see the need for it. Put that bitch in there for 45 seconds and you got
be done with it. Yeah.
Coffee and you done. And you move.
I'm biased.
Yo,
you know what your problem is? You're listening to what radio, you're listening to what microwaves or radio waves or any kind of waves like that, radiation waves do to people, not to what it does to food. That's what you're listening to.
What's up for that, man? What's up?
Hey, is it true that pregnant ladies shouldn't stand in front of a microwave? Is that true or is that it?
He's basing it on radiation from microwaves, what can harm people, but it's got nothing to do with food.
Especially with myth, Cory.
So it's not really about the food.
It's not
That's
about
what
the
you're
food.
saying.
He's worried about. He's seeing it as how we would see microwaves and radiation waves on humans, which can be damaging. That's why when you have you have some kind of what is it, scan, CT scan, they ask people to stand out the room while you go into the CT scan, but that's not the same as food.
So it doesn't leave some type of lasting effect on the food that you're digesting.
No.
No, it leaves
Nah,
no lasting effect.
I'm just asking. I'm just asking. I'm just asking. It's perfectly fine for the food, but just
y'all
not
just
for you.
hey, listen, y'all just got a little bit of that spooky left in you. That's all it is.
It be some gamma radiation.
That's all it is.
It be some gamma radiation in there, bro. A little gamma ray.
That's that pseudo residue left over.
That's all it is. Sometimes you gotta use, get some of that shit up underneath your nails. So once you clear all that shit out, you good.
Yeah.
Just got a little bit of residue. That's all. Niggas are still scared of shit. Like 2020, niggas are still scared of shit. Like at today's day, dog, you can go and research something.
Right now, you ain't gonna sweep my feet either. You know what I'm saying? Like,
I don't do that. That ain't my thing. Nah.
As long as you say excuse me, nigga, I'm gonna keep on pushing and nothing's gonna happen. I promise you.
Hey, but I'm moving. Like, I ain't gonna be mad at. I ain't gonna be like getting in a fight with you or nothing. But I'm moving my feet. Like when I see a broom, like I'm watching my feet out. Man. Like,
I would like to see the report in the New York Times for hundreds of thousands of niggas that work at Taco Bell for their feet getting swept, like dying and shit. Like, come on, man. Like,
and every area that the feet getting swept is something different. It's not the same everywhere. Like where I'm from, it's some type of bad luck or you going to jail. Other places is you're gonna die. Everywhere is something different.
And it's all pseudo. That's the correlation. It's all pseudo.
I don't know where it's coming from. It's old wise tales. Who knows where it comes from?
If your feet get swept in Baltimore, yo, you just got fucked up for real. You just got dirted by somebody.
That's a fact.
You remember your mama was like, you break a mirror, 7 years bad luck.
7 years bad luck.
Walking under a ladder, that bullshit.
Like cat crushing.
You step on a crack outside or something.
But you know why that story permeated, right? About the 7 years bad luck.
Where that comes
from? You got an ugly bitch.
That it was from to the slaves. So when they carried the glass, they would try not to break it.
Oh, wow.
So they would be extra careful with the glass. If the mirror, so if they break it, they would think like, oh, I'm gonna get bad. You know what I mean?
Shit.
And them motherfuckers was too crazy to understand. Like, damn, I'm in slavery. How the fuck worse can it get? I'm in slavery. They was too silly to even think. It's too silly.
Nah, that ain't silly. That ain't silly because they're like, nigga, we think this is hell. It could be worse than this shit. Nigga, I'm in the whole list. Extra tight, nigga.
But that's what they're saying though. But that's precisely the point. Like they was so silly, like they couldn't even understand. Like we're already in fucking slaves. What worse can you be? I'm owned by another fucking human being.
Shit, they probably thought that shit when they was in Africa. Like, it can't get no worse than this. And it was like, shit.
I bet some of those myths was carried over here from Africa. You know what I'm saying?
I'm sure.
Yeah.
Get this nigga out the screen, bro.
Yo, hey, ain't gonna lie, bro. I was at work earlier today, and I was, YouTube channel surfing. I clicked on a dude video, and the first thing I heard him say, "See, what they want us to believe is that vampires don't exist." Man,
what?
I hit dislike and got out of the whole video. I said, I'm done.
Hey, yo, you can't tell me this nigga don't look like somebody else of motherfucking Star Trek right now, son.
Nigga look like an Ewok or some shit.
This must be an old video. This must be from.
This nigga look like somebody off of Star. He look like a doctor somebody right now, yo. This nigga's wilding, yo.
Man, you should have seen the white boy that do that nigga perfect. Do the imitation of that nigga.
Oh, I seen that.
That nigga
I think
hilarious.
I let him play it one time, right?
Man, you gotta let me see that. I ain't seen that.
Yeah.
I let him play it one time, like a few months ago.
Yeah,
that is crazy. He said, "Well, see, the mental telepathy alone." Yo, Yo, he did it perfectly, bro. He did it perfectly.
He got 1.6.
One thing about white people, dude, they tell the best jokes, dude. Niggas ain't got nothing on white people when it's come to the jokes and shit. Like making clowning motherfuckers and shit. They the best.
They should
because you know what, white people use sarcasm like so great. They use it so well, and a lot of black people don't get it because a lot of times I catch myself on Facebook using sarcasm and people just don't fucking get it.
People don't get it.
I just be like, all right, whatever. Yeah,
I mean, yo, honestly,
a lot of us don't even get smart comedy in general.
You can't,
right.
You can't catch sarcasm through texting type.
Hell no.
Yes, you can. No. Yes, you can. For a nigga like me,
to a certain degree. I'm trying to figure out that sarcasm. I be mad as hell, bro.
You have to. I mean, unless
I like it because I be joking over motherfuckers' head. They be agreeing with me and shit. You know what I'm saying?
Nah. What I mean, who just said that?
I said that.
Yeah, bro. My bad. But yeah, what I mean is you can't. Damn, I forgot what the fuck I was about to say. Fuck it.
Stay off the weed, man. Stay off the weed.
I'm up over here right now, son.
Yeah, I gotta ask that question. Did y'all watch this video right here?
For white people are natural?
Yeah, did y'all watch this video?
But I can do a fucking kidney transplant from him.
I ain't never watched none of it.
I've never watched
this.
Hold on. This is not.
Yeah, that's the last time I seen him with Sunshine.
Yo, I'm biased. If you play this video, yo, I'm leaving this live, bro.
No, I'm not gonna play this video. Listen to what I'm saying to you. Look at the. Wait, do you see the views on this?
Yeah, 200,000, 250,000. He got 250,000 views.
It's fake views, bro.
That was 2016.
I gotta relax. You see his picture, you think that's not his channel. That says Professor Stick.
Professor Stick. Yeah, I see it.
Wow.
Right there, he embarrassed the hell out of Young Pharaoh. I don't know how he came back from this.
I knew nothing about that.
Well, see, the difference is Professor Stick is probably a white boy.
He is.
I'm biased.
So his white audience is laughing at him, but the black audience never goes to Professor Stick. So they don't even understand what the fuck is really going on.
Right.
You said it's a white boy?
It's a white boy.
It's a white boy.
Yeah, he's an atheist. Yeah, I know exactly who that is. He's an atheist.
Hey, yo, play the white boy, yo. Play the white boy.
YK the truth.
I want to see this, man.
YK the truth been on Young Pharaoh head for like 2 years straight.
YK the truth.
Let the white boy speak, yo.
Hey, 13 minutes. I can't play the whole thing. I feel like maybe 2 minutes.
All right, that's cool.
All right.
What is natural from what is unnatural is, does it possess melanin?
Oh no. I have a really bad feeling about this.
Yeah, y'all can hear it clear?
Yeah.
Loud and clear.
He cut him off at the perfect time, too.
Melanin. The universe is all that black dark matter out there is melanin. Plants have melanin. Water is clear and it even has melanin. What?
Water?
Wow, water has melanin because it.
Dark matter? Did you see the dark matter has melanin? Melanin. Fruits and vegetables have melanin. Animals have melanin. Black Panther, the panther is black because his coat and his hair is melanated. What is this proof? Everything I just named is a natural part of the universe, and it stems naturally. It was created by whatever you want to call it, God or whatever you want to call it, is natural.
No, that doesn't mean it's natural. Melanin is only a pigment that is produced by cells. Therefore, it's not in non-living objects. This is a horrible way to tell if something is quote unquote natural. What the fuck, man? In addition, how do you even define natural? It's just so unclear. God damn, dude.
Kool-Aid don't got no damn melanin. Dr. Pepper ain't got no damn
You say Dr. Pepper ain't got no melanin. What you talking about?
I guess they don't have melanin, but neither do half the things you listed earlier.
White people barely ain't got no melanin. Well, goddamn.
You gotta be kidding me.
Wasn't none of these things naturally created? Don't none of these things grow on trees?
So you're saying that black people grow on trees? Grow on?
Damn. Well, I can't find Pepsi and it ain't no such thing as a lake of Dr. Pepper. You ever seen a Dr. Pepper waterfall or a damn?
What?
What the hell are talking about? That nigga said Kool-Aid ain't got no melanin. Like, what the hell?
I never seen
Yo.
a homeland of white people. White people have no homeland. They have colonized and spread across the world, but they have no continent. And Europe is not their continent. It's a continent they were pushed from.
How are you defining homeland here? Since you said that colonization doesn't count as marking a territory as your homeland, then in literal terms, Black people don't have a homeland either. Our ancestors migrated to Europe a long time ago. It doesn't belong to you either. And plus, why does it matter if anyone has a homeland? You're completely deviating from your main argument here. Oh, I see. Your original argument didn't make any sense, so you moved to another argument that makes less sense. Makes sense.
So where do white people come from? Where does candy come from? People, you manufacture it. You manufacture shit that's artificial.
So you're saying that white people are manufactured. Fantastic. I have no idea what kind of shit you were exposed to as a kid, but that claim is just offensive. I actually don't know how anyone could possibly be offended by this guy. If I were white, I would just laugh it off.
So everybody's always asking me, Dan, how are you always...
Yo, like, hey, let me say this right quick, yo.
Yo.
Great.
Hey, hold on. Pause that. Yo, look. What's funny is that Joe Rogan had a guy on, like, I think it was last week for real, but this guy, he made a Twitter that was a troll, and it was basically trolling woke niggas like this guy right here. You feel me? And he's on Joe Rogan, and he's listed as a female on Twitter, and it's a guy. And he's just out there trolling people, and they think that it's some girl, and the girl picture that he used is actually a composite of 4 different women put together. And he's out there trolling people who's talking like this, and he's actually stating scientific facts and all this other stuff, and just blatantly fucking with them. And it's funny that you got this guy right here basically doing the same thing. You know what I mean?
Yeah, listen. Wait, go ahead, Cube.
No, I was just gonna say real quick, like, you know, as an atheist, you know, I listen to a lot of these atheists, and I'm subscribed to a lot of these guys, and a lot of times some things that they say and that they rebut with, or when they debunk a lot of these things, it may come off as racist,
right?
But they only deal with the bullshit that you're talking about, and it may come off as racist because I'm telling you, I watch a lot of these atheist white guys, and if you think that they was giving this nigga the business, they talk about 99 other fucking white people, Arabs, all of that shit, and they bang on them just as hard.
They go harder on the white people. They go way
bang
harder.
on them just, like you got people like you got people like Logic, Atheism is Unstoppable, like all of these guys, bro. Like
I'm subscribed to Logic.
Yeah, like they go like they go to fuck in. Like Logic, he be doing a lot of other shit, but like when they go in, they go to fuck in on your ass, and it's not about race. You know what I'm saying? Like but yeah, I just wanted to say that. But go ahead.
Yeah, hey, but Q, you ever watch this dude named Voss?
Voss?
Yeah, man. If you want to see somebody debate a believer or a conspiracy theorist, this dude Voss is
how do you spell his name?
Killing, boy.
How do you spell his name?
Is VASSE or something.
Well, I'm gonna tell you VASSE. I'm gonna tell you who I think are the best atheist apologetics, if I could use that phrase. I think it's Aaron Ra and another white dude. Yeah. And another white dude named Vice Rhino. Like this dude gets very fucking surgical. Like this dude is sick with it.